Terri, I gotta be honest.
Be honest.
I'm exhausted already thinking about today's topic.
Why?
We are talking about making compromises when it comes to travel, but not only compromises, it's maybe the greatest compromise of them all.
It is traveling with our husbands.
Okay, let's get started. I have a riddle for you.
Riddle me.
What won't fly and always says no?
Our husbands.
That's right, our husbands, especially when it comes to travel.
I think this is probably our biggest obstacle
Yes.
to tackle, and we're here to just be honest about this. Because I have the husband who won't fly, and he doesn't want to leave the States because there's plenty to see here.
That's right.
And you know what? It seems like as soon as we get close to making plans, something happens. Think about it. You finally got your husband to say he would go to Paris.
Yep.
Go to Normandy.
Yes.
Thank you, COVID.
For our 25th anniversary.
That
down the drain.
Down the drain. And now do you think he's going to reschedule?
No, he's not. He told me he's not.
No.
Yeah.
No. Me and my husband, we were going to go to Israel. Guess what?
COVID.
Is he going to get back on a plane?
No.
Nope.
No, it's not going to happen. Now, listen, we know that you may have a significant other where you're up against kind of the same barriers as we are, but we're travel junkies and we're going.
We're going. So either get on board or you're staying behind.
That's right. So we have to really consider some travel compromises to maybe encourage things to go the way we want them to go.
And we've been trying for years.
Decades.
To come up with an idea where we could all go together.
That's right.
And we're finally to a point in our life where our children are adults. Thank you, Jesus. Right? And we can now go as adults somewhere.
Yeah, and go and enjoy a destination.
A destination. But they have a lot of boxes to check.
Yes, they do. They are high maintenance, girl.
High maintenance.
Whoo!
But I just want you to know that babciaandyiayia have succeeded.
We have.
We have an upcoming trip.
So excited.
It's going to be top secret for now. We're not going to share because it's going to be a future show.
That's right.
But we'll give you a little information. It's going to be in the US of A because they're not on a plane and they're not going out of the States. So it's a road trip. But they have agreed.
They have agreed. We had to bait them.
We had to dangle some carrots.
That's right. But they're going.
There's a vehicle off-road adventure in plan for them.
And we told them they had to be responsible and report back to us. So yeah.
Right. So they're excited and they're going to get to eat some good food.
Yes. So they're excited. But we'll talk more about that in that episode.
Next episode.
In the meantime, we want to talk about maybe a couple of ways that you could entice your significant other to enjoy a little travel with you.
Because it can't all be about what we want to do every time we go.
Exactly.
You know, they don't want to go to every museum or gallery or eat at this little, cafe.
Right.
They want food.
They want manly food.
So we have to think of some things. What can we do? Think of your significant other. Are they a sports lover?
My husband is.
If they are, plan to go to a game. Get tickets to a game. If you're a Boston's fan, catch a Red Sox game.
Exactly.
Take them to the Big Green Monster, and then they'll go and eat with you at Boston Beer Works and get you some good chowder.
Can I tell you about one thing my husband planned?
What?
When we were first dating, we went away for the weekend together. Do you want to know where he brought me?
Where?
To the Bassmaster Classic.
My heart is swelling.
I mean, talk about being a romantic guy, right? Let's go fishing.
But now, what could he have done? He could have planned something in it that you would have enjoyed.
Exactly. Not necessarily something he thought of. He was very excited. Yeah.
What about concert lovers.
I love music.
I love music. My husband loves music. He doesn't like crowds.
Neither does my husband. As a matter of fact, a long time ago, around the same time
What?
as the Bassmasters Classic, do you know what happened?
What?
I bought tickets to Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks back in the early '90s.
Those were the
Garth Brooks.
days.
It was glory days for Garth there, right?
Right.
I
So
gave him
was
to
this
him.
prior to Trisha?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I gave him the tickets for Christmas. He had been out to sea. I waited in line for like 12 hours for these
And
tickets.
they
Like,
weren't cheap.
they were not cheap. They were like my main gift. And he was like, "Oh, I really don't like concerts." Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Fighting words were had after that. I couldn't believe it.
So I'm saying if you
Mhm,
have a husband or a significant other
mhm.
that loves concerts, that could be your ticket to get them to go somewhere with you.
Exactly, yes. Choose something that they like and then make a weekend around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, here's a good one because you know what comes to mind for me?
What?
Mama tried. Who
Mama tried.
Mama
See
tried.
what man doesn't want to go see his mama?
That's right, and maybe you don't live in the same town as your mother-in-law, and you'd like to use that particular loving connection for your husband to get to see something else. Spend 2 or 3 days somewhere else, halfway between where you live and that hometown where mama is,
Yeah.
and you can enjoy a little time that way, and then there's the incentive that he gets to see his mama on the other end.
Great.
Mhm.
That's a way to do it.
Yeah, win-win. Yeah.
So it's super important to kind of key in to what your spouse will work for.
Yes.
What else works is if you got a partner in crime
Yes,
that
girl.
likes to travel as well.
This has been our most solid strategy of them all.
Solidarity.
That's right. We get in cahoots with each other, we plan, and we have thrown out idea after idea until something sticks
And
to the
it's a
wall.
good that the husbands get along.
The husbands do get along very well.
So
Yes.
that makes it so much easier.
Yes.
So we kind of came up with a list
Mhm.
of places that might entice our spouses.
You're listening to Babci and Yaya Travel the World, and we hope that you are enjoying today's conversation. We invite you to become part of our travel community, so head on over to babciaandyiayia.com. That's BABCIA and YIAYIA. And subscribe to our blog so that you can be kept in the loop as we talk about destinations and how to make travel a priority in your daily life. Whether you are travel dreaming or you've got boarding passes in your hand, we've got resources, plans, and plenty of inspiration to get you ready for whatever adventure awaits. You can find us on all the social media at Babcia and Yaya, and we hope that we see you there. Yes, and these are the 5 places that you may wanna throw out there, see if you get a little return love
Right.
on them. They may be helpful. We'll tell you why they worked for us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll work for you too. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start it off. Ready?
Ready? Jackson
Jackson
Hole.
Hole.
Who doesn't like the great outdoors? What seeing bison and moose and elk and then getting to belly up and have some bison for dinner.
That's right. They love it out there, and so do the husbands.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. And there's places for the women to go to as well. There's
Mhm.
beautiful galleries, there's museums, there's shopping. So it is a great compromise.
Yeah.
And we've been there, and now we just need to do it together.
Yeah, we gotta get on that.
We got to get on that.
Yeah, I don't know how we're getting out there because 'cause I'm not doing a road trip all the way out there.
Well,
We live on the East Coast. Yeah.
we could put our husbands in the car and we could fly. They could road trip it and we could fly.
Yes.
So that's a thought. And,
Okay.
okay.
Alright, I'll take
All
that. I'll
right.
take that. Okay, Jackson Hole, a good travel compromise. Okay, let's do another cold, weather area called Alaska.
Alaska.
That's right, Alaska. Plenty of adventures to have. Whitewater rafting, fishing, hiking,
Hiking.
national park system, glacier watching. Snow dog, sled
Sled
dog,
dogs.
puppies. Can't do
Yes.
it. Gold panning. There's plenty that you can be able to do. So I think that is a super good idea. And there are a couple of ways to get up there. You could RV it.
Going through the Canadas.
Mhm. You can get up there and take a cruise.
Now, let me tell you when we went, because we've
Mhm.
been before, and you've been
Yeah.
to Alaska as
Yeah.
well. We flew into Anchorage and we rented an RV.
I love that airport too.
Yes, we
Yes.
rented an RV.
Mhm.
The RV was there waiting for us.
Right.
And because we flew in at night, even though it's still daylight,
Mhm.
you could just get in your RV and sleep there. It was all ready
Oh,
for you.
okay.
And then you head out the next day. That was a great thing. Your man's behind the wheel. You're driving across this beautiful,
Mhm.
the last frontier.
Mhm.
It was a great.
Yeah. We like Alaska. I like Alaska a lot. There is plenty to do out there. The other thing that you can do is take a train cruise kind of package
Yeah,
where you
do
get to
like a
see
combo.
yeah, see the interior, get out there. Cruising may be difficult. I have a sailor in my house and
Mhm.
he likes to sleep on board a ship. So there's
It rocks
sometimes
him to sleep.
it does. He was very happy to sleep all day long. I was furious. So anyway, those are two very good cool weather choices. But
But
maybe that's not your husband's thing and we understand that. We want to make sure that you have lots of choices and a significant other may be far more interested in
Belize.
exactly tons of stuff to do down there, kind of like the opposite of Alaska in terms of the fact that there's plenty of water, beaches, waves, fishing, cave exploring, plenty of hikes to have, plenty of nature to see, plenty of great food.
The only problem
Mhm.
for me,
Mhm.
how am I going to get him there?
Again, there's no flying for them, and that makes it very difficult to get to some of these places, but maybe that's not a barrier you run into, dear listener, and we hope that
Yes, I
this
hope
would
not.
be an option for you.
But this could all, let's say they're not going to fly. But you know what? You could go to the Keys if you want to go to warmer weather that's
Mhm.
drivable.
Yeah.
So that's an option.
Yes.
Now, let's say you were that lucky lady
Mhm.
and your husband will gladly jump on that plane with you and go wherever you want. What about Ireland?
Ireland to me is the best
That
travel
could be enticing.
compromise.
Hmm.
It has so much. It's wind-stepped and teeming with distilleries and breweries for interest. Ireland was made for manly men to explore. It's that simple. There's plenty to do on the coastline. There's plenty. You could get tickets to a Gaelic football game. You could go to the races. You could go boating. You can enjoy the
So much.
scenery. It's not crowded. There's a lot of excuses that you can get rid of if you choose Ireland. I think it's a great first step outside the country for somebody.
Our next place, our
Mhm.
last place,
Mhm.
if I'm going to get my husband on a plane,
This is it,
this
huh?
could be the place.
I think this may be the place for a lot of listeners who struggle with this.
Go ahead.
Normandy and the D-Day story. Use that military history to your advantage, ladies.
And we get to fly into Paris.
That's right. You can go spend a day on Paris while your husband has a private guide to the beaches of Normandy.
There. Win
Win-win.
win.
Fabulous. We loved it. And I have to say, I went to Normandy without my husband. I loved it. It's a beautiful area of France. The coastline is like nothing you've ever seen, and the story is heart-wrenching
Mm, mm.
for sure. Okay. So we've talked about road tripping and flying. We've talked a little bit about cruising. I know your husband won't cruise. My husband will cruise, but he'll sleep. So
He's been on a cruise. He's
just
been a
one?
cruise, just one. That was enough for him.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we can work on it.
Okay. What would you say is the number one trip that has gone well for you?
Oh, you can guess. Jackson Hole.
Jackson
He's
Hole.
now he likes Jackson Hole, but he's in love with West Yellowstone. And
Okay.
to be honest with you, I am too. It's a quaint little town,
Mhm.
and even though we road tripped it, yes, people, you hearing me right?
Mhm.
We drove from the state of Florida all the way to Montana.
Oof.
Okay, not in a single day, but it's a grueling drive.
Yes.
But we made it fun. We made our stops, and
Mhm.
it was a trip gone very well. We've
Yes.
actually done it several times.
Yes.
So that was a big win win for us.
Mhm.
What about you?
I would have to say that the best trip that we have taken was as a family when we went to Australia.
I was thinking that.
Between that and Alaska, I would say those are my husband's highlights.
Okay.
Um, he was really involved and he loved all of the activities, which meant that I did too,
Yeah.
like,
Hmm.
it was a relief that
Hmm.
everybody was getting along really well. So I really like that. Probably the plans that have fallen through for us the most though, if I had to say collectively together, I think we have the same
Collectively.
one,
Go ahead.
is Europe.
Yeah.
We keep on trying to get over there with the 2 of them, and they are
And
just
we got
not
so
having any of
close.
it. We were so close. We were in Belgium, we were doing the whole thing.
And
Done. Listen, we hope that you have some really good methods of getting around those travel barriers to get that reluctant significant other to join you on that travel. And if you have a good story, we'd love to hear from you. Get a hold of us so that we can share your great travel compromise. The travel industry has taken quite a blow from several global issues, including the war in Ukraine, the COVID-19 crisis, and inflation, that makes it hard for people to get out into the world like they want to. At this point, leading experts are predicting that it is going to take up to 3 years for the travel industry to bounce back to full force. One way that you can help it is to like and subscribe to 10 microbloggers. Start with us. You can like and subscribe to our podcast and our website so that you can tell the travel industry that people are still interested in travel. So, Terry, how can listeners get a hold of us?
we'd like to hear from you. Contact us at babciaandyiayia@gmail.com with your questions, suggestions, favorite travel tips, products, and travel trends so that we can share your ideas in the future. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Here you go, guys. Babshi and Yaya. BABCIA and YIAYIA.
babciaandyiayia.com is the home base for everything that we love about travel, and it's where we store our show notes as well as many of the resources that we offer to our travel community, including travel literacy for the kiddos. We always have new posts about all the things we love and about all the travel we're up to, including today's topic, as well as features on destinations, travel lifestyle, and stories to make you smile.
Don't- Didn't get all that? Just check out our show notes for all of the ways to stay in touch and links to anything we chatted about in this episode. As always, thanks for joining us for our journey.